France up against Italy in the Six Nations. Pretty contrasting starts to the tournament. France getting a magnificent win over England at home. They're at home again for this one. Italy pretty disappointing, not able to register a point in their loss to Wales, and over the course of the 80 minutes, that result ended up being pretty bad. So yeah, it's an interesting one to see how these two teams go. Will the French be consistent and continue to put in that kind of level of performance? Will their defence be as ferocious as it was? And can the Italians get some points on the board and maybe sneak a win? It's been a while. It's been a while since they got a win over the French. I made it the last time they got a win over the French was 2013. And in France, I think it was way longer than that. I think we were looking at the 90s. So, yeah, it's a pretty tough looking prospect for the Italians. But all they can do is keep hammering on that door. They've made a few changes. So the French have made one, and it's an injury-enforced one. So I guess Fabien Gaultier is looking to get a bit of consistency leading into the latter stages of the Six Nations. So they're not making wholesale changes just after one win. They are looking to try and build. So we'll see how that goes. I'll put the teams in the description so you guys can check them out. But the one change for the French is Vincent. I don't know which one's the right one. Vincent, if you're an English speaker, he comes in at 13 for Vakatawa, who is, I believe, out injured. So the rest of the squad is the same as it was last week. Baille, Marchand, and Haouas at tight head. Roux, Willemse, second row, Cros, Ollivon, and Alldritt, who were very good, especially 7 and 8. Ollivon and Alldritt were fantastic last week for France. So Cros wasn't bad either, was he? So yeah, the French team, that's their forwards. Dupont and Ntamack continue 9 and 10, and that is probably, you would have to think, barring some kind of miracle or injury, that's going to be the 9-10 combo for the next fair few years for France. Fickou and, like I mentioned, Vincent in the midfield. Rattez, Thomas, and Bouthier, who was good on his debut. That kick, amazing stuff. So we will see how the side goes. Interestingly, this week they've gone with a 6-2 split on the bench. So the only backs are Cyril and Gilbert, Mouvaka, Poirot, Bamba, Taofifenua, Palu, and Woki are the rest of the subs. 6-2 split seems to be in fashion. It seems to be maybe that World Cup win with the South Africans that have made more teams look at it, because England's gone with 6-2, France has gone with 6-2, and Italy have also gone with 6-2. The benefit the South Africans had was Frans Steyn, who can essentially play the entire back line, except for 9. Even in a pinch, he could probably play 9. He's a bit big, but yeah, you know what I mean. So Italy, their changes, they've put Jaden Hayward at fullback. So Sato is not in the matchday 23. That means Minozzi moves to the left wing. Bellini is on the other wing. Midfield is Kana and Morisi. I wasn't sold on Kana as a 12, but I think he was probably a lot better than I would have given him credit for in that 12 jersey last week, so he'll be one to watch. Brayley and Allen are 9 and 10. Front row, Lavotti, Bigi, and Zilocchi. Oh man, I looked up the Italian pronunciation that somebody sent through earlier, but I've forgotten it. Zilocchi. Zani and Canone are 4 and 5. I'll get the languages down at some point. Negri, Polidri, and Steyn are the back row. So the two back rows are very, very good. And that's one area that the Italians, I think, will potentially get some pay, especially with the likes of Polidri at 7. But yeah, the Italians are going to have their work cut out for them with the French, because they are certainly no slouches in that area as well. It's interesting how a lot of teams have good back rows. I remember I did that video about the salaries a while back, and I think open side flanker was one of the lowest paid positions. Maybe it's just because there's a lot of good Lucies out there. The replacements, Dani Fichetta, I think that's correct. Ricconi, Bud, Ruzza, Licata, Palazzani, and Bassini are the rest of the subs for the Italian team. So Bassini is an addition. I think Ruzza is as well. The rest of the team is pretty stable from the one that lost against Wales. So some changes, but not exactly wholesale changes. So, like I said, the recent record for the Italians against the French is not great. Last year was 47-19, so that was in the World Cup warm-up, and then in the Six Nations in Rome, it was 25 points to 14, which is maybe what's a bit more on the cards here than that World Cup warm-up, which was in France. So maybe, I don't know, if this one's in France, so maybe it is that World Cup warm-up scoreline that's on the cards. If you look at the bookies and whatnot, it probably is, but I'll get to that in a second. 34-17 in 2018, 40 points to 18 in 2017, and 23-21 in 2016. So in recent years, looking at those results, actually, the French have been very comfortable. One game was within 7, and one game was within 10. All the others have been... Oh, that was 11. Not even that, within 10. Only one game of the last 5 has been within a score for the Italians to win it. And that's the oldest of the 5 results. So, you know me, I always like closer games. So I would like the Italians to really step up to this one and give the French a bit of a challenge. But that being said, the French haven't had a really, truly successful Six Nations campaign for quite some time. So the other side of me would also like to see them put the Italians to the sword and go on a big run. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I should be satisfied with the result. The French, like I said, will be looking for consistency because it is one thing that has eluded them in recent years. The TAB, which is the bookmakers here in New Zealand, have got the French by 25 points, and Rugby Forecast Algorithm has got the French by 20. So pretty comfortable either way you look at it. France against Italy generally don't have too many problems, but we will see. It's a new game. Guys have got to go out there and do a job, and the Italian guys will be looking to bounce back after a disappointing one. You guys let me know your thoughts on this one. How do you think the Italians are going to go up against this suddenly very threatening looking French side? Do you think they'll lift, or do you think they're going to get done like dinner? If you're not going to watch it in France or Italy, if you're in the UK, you should be sorted, or Ireland. But if you're outside there, you can watch it with a VPN. I'll show you how to do that at the end if you haven't seen it in the other videos. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you again soon. See you later. So guys, if you don't know how you're going to watch the Six Nations this weekend, here's how you get it done. Jump on ExpressVPN. The link for that is down in the description and includes a discount to the yearly plan. Connect to a server in the UK. You can see here's some of the broadcasters. There are others. Don't worry about the times. Those are the New Zealand times. So that's the hours we got to get up to watch the games here. But those are the broadcasters you can see. ITV, their hub has the Ireland-Wales game. BBC has got Scotland-England. And likewise, they've got France-Italy. Here's what it looks like. Here's one I prepared earlier. You can see Michael Cheika doing his thing. If you're connected to the server in the UK. And if you want to watch it on demand, see that one is the one of the games from last week, England against France, and this one is Ireland, Scotland. So yeah, if you want to watch live, if you want to watch on demand, link in the description to ExpressVPN and jump on either ITV or BBC for the games you want to watch. Cheers, guys.